Hello and welcome. My name is John Goslin, and I'm a Rotarian for the Waltham, Massachusetts Rotary Club. I'm also a guest speaker, or have been a guest speaker, for the District 7910 District Assembly back in 2012, and really was brought in by the leadership team to talk about one thing: the principles of attracting new members, preferably kind of from the younger generation. And as we start off this journey here, I just want to let you know that I'm going to talk about some innovative concepts, but none of these are going to be out of the scope for you to understand. And the reality is, as Einstein says, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. And that's one of the problematic things that I've detected with Rotarians. They just can't explain it simply, and they do it more so and worse over from the wrong perspective to potential Rotarians and onlookers of wanting to know more about what Rotary is all about. So here's the $1,000,000 question. What is the Rotary Club, and what do you guys do anyways? I'm not sure, but if you're anything like me, this is pretty much what 9.99 of every 10 people say to me. They just don't know what we do, and there really is a reason for that. But let's start at the top here at Kalen Bangery, who is Rotary International's president. And in the December 2012 Rotarian magazine, Kalen was saying, the figures tell us that while enough new members join Rotary every year and everywhere, too many exit on an ongoing basis. That is a major problem. And what I want to do is have some fun with this. And the reality is, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a big reason. It's because we should listen twice as much as we talk. And the reality is, what most people do, and I love this movie, The Sandlot, but the dog in The Sandlot, I found this picture on the internet, we really do. We become the beast. We hop on people like lapdogs, and we tell them things about Rotary that just kind of overwhelm them. It's daunting. It's too much to handle and absorb. We turn it into an event rather than a process. And what am I referring to? Real simple. If you were to just invite one person from this area, again, if you're watching this from District 7910, obviously this map applies to you. But if you're not, then that's fine too. Just plug and play your own geographic area. But if you were to invite one person from here to a Rotary meeting each month, what would happen to your club? And here's the reality. Most people would love to be a Rotarian, okay? So if you feed those critters the right bait, which is what's happening here in this little image, what's going to happen is, and what people are looking for is, can somebody tell me why Rotary will help me in my life? The fact of the matter is, the first thing people do is they start to say what Rotary does, not what it can do for them. The truth is, there's only 16 human hot buttons that are the activators for why we do what we do. And I'm not going to exhaust this diagram, but the truth is, self-achievement, man, can Rotary help with that? So if that's their hot button after you listen to them, you might want to cater your conversation about what Rotary is around how they can achieve more, how our club is better than a lot of the other civic organizations, or your club, for example. The excitement of discovery. What's new at Rotary? We're always evolving. It's a very dynamic organization. And if you don't read Rotarian magazine, that's the greatest place to start. That would be like being a doctor and not reading the New England Journal of Medicine, or if you're a business person, not reading the Harvard Business Review or any other trade publication. Revaluing our lives. How many people are doing that right now? Okay, power, dominance, and influence. There's a lot of high-impact professionals that have either been in Rotary in the past or currently still do reside within the Rotary confines. And I love Rotary for that reason. The desire to belong, we have open arms. And the nice thing about Rotary is it's not a place to just propel your profits directly. Can you do that within your business? We're going to talk about that, of course. Fun is its own rewards. Who doesn't love saying, singing songs and having happy dollars and all that other stuff? But again, the key is to get them to the event, your Rotary meeting, and people will embrace the energy within. Poverty of time, it's not a huge time commitment. It doesn't have to be. It really is, plug yourself in to Rotary's path of actions, and you can get out of it what you put into it. The desire to get the best. This isn't about competing with others. This is about being the best you can be. Again, who doesn't want to enhance family values, feel more desirable, I guess? We're not going to really play on that hot button too much with Rotary, of course, unless there's something that I'm overlooking here. The nurturing response. I have a son, which you'll meet in a minute through this electronic experience, but there was nothing cooler than involving him in my Rotary activities and ultimately make me smarter. What's going on in the world? I've learned so much from just being involved in Rotary. So, as for people who are onlookers, life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. That's what people want to expand upon, and Rotary is a great vehicle to help them with that. As for you and members within your Rotary Club, fact of the matter is you can't discover new oceans bringing more raving fan Rotarians into your club's community unless you are willing to lose sight of the shore. So as for me, who is John Goslin anyways? That's me, and I subscribe to a family-first way of life. I'm a raving fan of Rotary. I'm a past Rotarian of the Year for the Bedford Mass Club, and I'm an online marketing expert currently, which is why I know how to go ahead and make the videos such as this, and ultimately why I was asked to speak and why I coach people on how to use the internet to propel their profits. And my lofty goal is to be a New York Times best-selling author for a title of a book that might be a little controversial for the Rotary audience, but I'm certainly not going to leak that out until the time is here for sure. I believe we teach best what we need to learn most in life. And this is some of the things that I like to read, and some of them are very serious, some of them are more playful. I'm definitely wouldn't deem myself as to be the biggest fictional fan, but I have become more fond of that for sure. But according to Napoleon Hill, okay, in Think and Grow Rich, knowledge is only powerful when acted upon. If you're not taking action and changing your behaviors from some of the things you've learned, what are you doing? So here's my son Zach, and as I said, you will get to meet him. But it's all about, for him, Zach's 6, it's all about being Zach Goslin. And as his eyes and we connect with the windows of his soul, Zach's a great little guy. But the truth is, you need to embrace what life's about for you in your Rotary offering. So we have a lot of fun. Here's an event we do with the Salvation Army around the holiday seasons. And, when it's all said and done, Zach helped me. He thought it was great. He wants to be a big, strong athlete someday, or whatever endeavors he takes part in. It's all about eating your colors, as Cookie Monster says this day and age. And kind of quick take-home point, if Sesame Street's going to modify their ways and their roles and goals, I don't see why it's such a stretch for Rotarians to do the same. Coaching's an awesome part of Zach and I's relationship, as is marketing. We're going to conclude with Jerry Stiller, and then, of course, his family. And recently in a Rotary Club meeting for myself, one of our Rotarians, who's just an absolute raving fan, had said Rotary is like an extended family, and it was kind of a funny energy that day. Everybody was kind of tearing up and really loving the culture we've created by design rather than by default. And that's what I'm going to get into here as we move forward. So who you learn from is critical. And for me, I like to stand on the shoulders of these giants. Okay, and everybody here has a particular place that they like to educate their audience from. And ultimately, you need to do the same within your life, your business, your Rotary Club's efforts, and whatnot. I won't get into I'll get into some of who these people are, but not really exhaust this slide by any means. This guy's the author of the 4-Hour Work Week, George Costanza. Say no more. I love his humor and his wit and his ability to make people laugh, and kind of makes me playful. Tony Robbins. This guy's a fitness person. This was my background in terms of previously as to being an internet marketer. This guy's the world-renowned leader in Google AdWords. Howard Stern, love him or hate him, he's certainly an innovator for change, as is Susie Orman, who, to be honest, had no formal background in financials. And to date, she holds the record on QVC for 35,000 books being sold in 1 hour. Phenomenal. Stephen Covey does have some track record. He wrote 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which is my favorite book. And we'll end this with Oprah Winfrey, who, quite honest, in my opinion, she really is instrumental in increasing the literacy rating across the world. And as we all know, Rotary is an international organization. So, how have I helped people? And again, why am I qualified? My business teaches webpreneurs, online entrepreneurs, how to become strategists versus opportunity seekers. So the question I get asked most is, John, how can you help me? And real simple, and this is the whole point of this video here, is I help people unify the offline and online world. And if your Rotary Club and your business, if you're an entrepreneur, and your family and your life doesn't have streamlined systems, what do you have? So this is a book that anybody can go get. It's called The Referral of a Lifetime. The greatest book on how to generate a referral-based lifestyle that I've ever read. Okay, and here's some of the highlights. I'm not going to get into it, but ultimately my business on the bottom check mark here, and I've done this for my business, it's to get more money, to get more business, so I can have more freedom to do the things that are more in line with my values and what it is that's going to create the most memorable memoirs in my life. That's really why we do anything. And here's some reasons that I came across, and we'll call these themes that the District 7910 directory booklet published. It's on page 213 to 215 if you do have that book. And most people who initially see this video anyways, what I would hope for is that you share this video with your club members. There's nothing wrong with investing a few minutes, and certainly this is more lengthy than a cat on water skis video and some of the silly things that we do partake in on YouTube. But the fact is, there's a lot of reasons, and I like to call them themes, for being a Rotarian. My personal three favorites are business development, developing social skills, and most importantly, and the reason why people will join you in your Rotary Club and club building efforts is the reason you detect in them. At the training I did on at the district assembly in April of 2012, I had something on an easel, and it's the 5 principles of prosperity. The first thing, and why so many Rotarians and why business owners and people in general, it doesn't matter if you're going out to try to find that special somebody in your life. If you don't position yourself differently than everybody else, you're going to get what everybody else gets, which is minimalistic and scarcity type of things in their life. My opinion, the world's completely abundant, and again, you create your opportunity. So positioning is everything in the world of influencing other people to march to the beat of your drum. Packaging. Okay, packaging is absolutely essential because we are becoming a more graphically stimulated society. What things look like, in other words, your curb appeal, absolutely can play a big impact in getting people to want to take action on your offerings. Promotion. This video and the presentation that I had and all the groundwork and the legwork I laid underneath the surface is exactly why I'm speaking on here today, because I was willing to promote differently than everybody else did, which is why the district leadership team within my Rotary district was open to letting me have this time to share this message with you right now through this electronic experience, but also in person with about 100 people. Ultimately, we want to have more people partner with us. Okay, and if you're a business owner, you want to do the same. If you're, again, in the dating world, you want to find more people that are congruent with your message, who are liking who you are as a person, what you stand for, and ultimately what benefit you can bring to them in a relationship. But relationships really are what dictates our success level in life. And the 5th step of prosperity is profit, but due to the nature of this video and the nature of Rotary International, profit doesn't have to necessarily be about the bottom line dollar. What it can be about is finding more Rotarians, finding more solace with self. Okay, there's a lot of people who identified with those hot buttons a few slides ago that haven't quite reached their peak potential in life. And these 5 principles of prosperity you can learn more about on the allyadvertisinggroup.com. That's my website. So as for how other people have benefited, here's a client of mine, Medea. You can read what she had to say. She needed help with her branding and marketing, but she had no idea where to go. And I'm taking this to be about your Rotary Club in specific. So once you went to my local training that I covered things such as this, the rest was history, Medea says. So first thing I ask any of my clients, and I'm going to ask you, is what is it about your club's cachet that we'd consider sticky? You know what I mean? Something that has some significance and impactful thoughts that's going to conjure up some really serious, deep-seated core values. Because if you're not marketing your club that way, you will not grow your membership and you will not really stand the test of time and have those raving fans that are so excited. So that's the first question that I would address, and we did this in our presentation, in my presentation in our workshop, if you want to call it that. So the second thing you need to do is create a platform. And this is a client of mine, Dr. Jason Mavor, who had some goals, who wanted to be more visible on the web, wanted to be able to convert new chiropractic patients. He wanted to be multidimensional in his marketing. If you continue to, people learn in different ways. So if you're not multidimensional in your Rotary prospecting efforts, it's going to be hard to really stimulate the senses of everybody. But you really do want to propel profits. Again, if it's building a Rotary Club, to substitute that. You want to get more referrals, people that want to stay on board and become a more viable asset to your club. And ultimately, you want to leverage the people power that's in your local community. And as we come in for a landing, I ask you this. What ideas or events consistently increase your community impact for your Rotary Club? If I was you, and this is just a thought, I would do more of those things and eliminate any of the things that aren't working. It's okay to let go and repel from yourself things that just aren't working. There's so much abundance. There's so many great minds out there in the Rotary world. Just tap into them and help your club, again, crystallize the combined and collaborative efforts that you guys can actually use to just completely propel Rotary beyond belief. So, finally, Cindy had said she's been thrilled with her results. I'm professional, thorough, and always able to help, and I hope this video helped you. And here's the real key. How can Rotary as a whole accomplish this goal? Reach within to embrace humanity. Isn't that what it's all about? So whatever it is that brought you to watch this video, I thank you for your time, I thank you for your interest, and I thank you for your willingness to become a better leader. So what I'd recommend, you can stay in the old, you can kind of go about things in the manual way, or you can get into the new and automate how you go about meeting with people. On my website, the allyadvertisinggroup.com, I've put a blog post out there for anybody to use. Certainly do so if you'd like. Read it first, of course. And it's kind of a no-brainer to use some type of publicity widget. And that's why I put this together, because there really isn't a personal pulse on Rotary out there that we can all use as a standardized publicity piece. So, why are you still marketing old school home slice? And I said we're going to conclude with Jerry Stiller. That's what it's all about, is getting the new for sure. And if you're not willing to do this, if you're not willing to lead or get off the pot, I just thought this was a great image, by the way, because I was looking for something that really could hit home and stimulate your senses and stir up the pot, I guess. But anyways, lead or get off the pot, bottom line. Rotary is a great organization. Go out and make it happen. If you have any questions for me, take me up on my 5-minute free guarantee. Okay, in 5 minutes or less, I will uncover at least 2 bank-breaking leverage points within your Rotary Club, and if you're an entrepreneur, within your business model that you're not currently capitalizing on. Again, my name is John Goslin. My personal number is 781-248-5102. And my website's the Ally Advertising Group. If you want to email me, certainly just go to the contact page and hit me up with any questions or comments. And again, I thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing about the futures of your Rotary Club success. Thanks so much.